Good evening. I am so pleased to be here representing Chesterfield County School Board for the celebration of you, our outstanding youth, and the successes that you bring to the community and to Chesterfield County Public Schools. In honoring you this evening, it's my opportunity to say thank you. Thank you for a job well done. Thank you for a commitment to service. Thank you for a commitment to a responsibility that far goes beyond many of your age. You show compassion, you show concern, and in that, Chesterfield County is a winning community. So certainly we want to say thank you to you for your effort, the hard work, and determination that you've exhibited along the way. To parents, and I want to ask parents to stand up. We put our highlight that, but if you're a parent in this group or a grandparent, would you please stand? Thank you. Our school board wants you to know that we recognize that you are your child's first teacher. And it's from you that they come into the school system with a strong background of encouragement, a strong background in terms of values, and a strong commitment to their support, your support for them, and their support instilled into our community effort. So parents, thank you for being our partners to, again, meet the needs of these students so that the outcome is one of greatness. To our greater community, to our principals, our teachers that are here this evening, thank you for your partnership with these youth. Without your partnership and the attitude and the opportunity of presenting a caring adult into each one of their lives beyond the home, we want to say to you, a job well done. Thank you for taking the time to invest in, believe in, and to support the youth, our next generation. Without your support on a day in and day out basis, something may go amiss. And so you too are helping us to close the gap for these students. I want to say that one of the best opportunities our county has is when school board members are invited to attend this event, because it gives us an opportunity to say thank you, beyond what we may say each and every day when we go into schools, but thank you. Thank you. You encourage us to know that the future in Chesterfield County and in Chesterfield County schools will be rich and rewarding for future generations. So on behalf of Mr. Thompson and Dr. Siddiqui, the school board wishes to say thank you. You truly are the superheroes of your generation. Thanks so much. Now, introduce Dr. Marcus Newsom, Superintendent of Chesterfield County Public Schools.
Good evening. Okay, I'm the last speaker. Start getting excited because the reason for being here tonight is to recognize these outstanding young people, and we're going to get to that in just a moment. Frequently, we turn the television on or we open the newspapers and we see about bad choices that young people make. But tonight, we're here to recognize the good choices and to demonstrate to our community that most of our young people are doing the right thing, and some are even going beyond the call of duty. By the way, do we have media here tonight? Well, we have to get the good word out because you are making a difference not only in this community, but you have a head start on making the world a better place. We're so proud of you because of your unselfishness to this community. You put the needs of others before yourselves. You are the role models for your peers, but you are also the role models for the adults in our community. I also want to thank the adults who nominated you tonight because they saw something special in you that the rest of us needed to honor. And I also want to recognize the adult nominees. As was stated by Mr. Ellsworth early on, you're all winners. And congratulations again on the job well done. Now to the special part of the program. I'd like to introduce Lynn Melton, who is a member of the Youth Services Citizens Board, who will begin the awards process.
As Dr. Newsom said, my name is Lynn Melton, and now is the time we have all been anxiously awaiting, and I have the privilege of kicking off all of the outstanding awards this evening by starting with our adult nominees. At this time, I would, Dr. Newsom, you're going to kill me, but if you could come back up. Also, I'm going to ask Mr. Hampton to come up and Mr. Ellswick to help with the presentation of our certificates. Thank you. As we continue, I am very honored to participate in this special portion of the Outstanding Youth Awards program. We are recognizing some very special adults tonight for their fortitude, their mentorship, and their service in their work with our local youths. They have made a unique contribution to the young people of our community, and they are truly deserving of our recognition. Nominees, when I call your names, I would ask when you come on stage to please stay on stage until you receive your certificate. Our first nominee is Miss Carol Whitman. Miss Whitman, would you please come to the stage? Carol Whitman is a Chesterfield County Public Schools employee, volunteer, and parent. She takes an interest in students who need extra support, providing prom dresses, rides to work, an exercise partner, food and money to get through the weekend, and anything else that they may need. Students know that if they are in need, that Ms. Whitman is there to help. As a member of the school's pt.2, she chairs the beautification committee, using her master gardener talents to tend flower beds and gardens. As a military veteran, Ms. Whitman understands the deep commitment that service to our country requires. She has instilled that understanding in students and continues to serve the LC Bird community. Congratulations. And our next nominee is Sue Robertson. Would you please come forward? Sue Robertson is a retired educator, is the chair of the National Junior Classical League. She organizes an annual week-long national convention for approximately 1,500 Latin students at university campuses across the nation. These events, are superbly run thanks to Ms. Robertson's attention to detail and determination to make sure that the students have a fun, safe, and enriching experience. In addition, Ms. Robertson organizes the annual judging and display of thousands of student art projects at the Virginia Junior Classical League Convention and is a founding member of the Central Virginia Latin Teachers Association. Congratulations. Next, we have Wendy Lively. Please come forward. Wendy Lively, the Communities and Schools Site Coordinator at Chalkley Elementary School, is an amazing and talented mentor. She puts in many hours outside of her contract time and uses her own resources so that the children at school do not go without what they need. Ms. Lively is an integral part of the community. She's trusted by parents, staff, and children. Ms. Lively also sits on the PTA boards at her children's schools. Congratulations. Next, we have Samantha Lane. Samantha Lane is the sponsor of the L.C. Byrd High School Key Club, which is a service organization that works in collaboration with the Kiwanis Club. She is a mentor and gives of her time and energy to causes such as blood drives, track retreat, core values breakfasts, and the Special Olympics. The students she mentors have been recognized for their leadership, service, and compassion, which are character traits learned through working with her. Mrs. Lane also mentors high school seniors who are struggling to graduate through tutoring, conversation, and counseling, as well as other resources if needed. Congratulations, Mrs. Lane. Next, we have Mr. Pete Costi. Pete Costi, principal at Manchester High School for 2 decades, is retiring after 40 years as an educator. Wow. He has mentored both students and adults and has the uncanny ability to see the leadership potential in others. His colleagues, many whom were former employees, base their decisions on the idea of, what would Pete do? This, in the end, impacts every youth in the school system. Mr. Costi is able to identify student leaders and help them develop into young adults who make a difference in their community. His leadership has helped students to recover from crisis situations and to come together as a school community. Congratulations. Next, we have Sherry Harris. Sherry Harris is a longtime volunteer at L.C. Byrd High School. She is a past pt.2 president and currently serves as treasurer, although her children have graduated. Mrs. Harris helps plan and implement all things engineering and helps with all year-end student awards events. Ms. Harris is also an active supporter of Byrd academics and athletics. You can see her at every home game, no matter the sport, and in the audience at concerts and plays. Ms. Harris exemplifies what it is to be a Skyhawk. Ms. Harris was the Outstanding Service to Youth Award recipient in 2009. Congratulations. Next, we have Herbert Elgiston. Herbert Elgiston is very dedicated to serving youths. He has served in a variety of Cub Scout leadership roles for 10 years. He has also assisted with camps, Cub Scout Fun Day, and recently organized the first automotive maintenance merit badge workshop for 24 boys as a service project for his shop. Herbert has organized many service projects, including collecting food for the Backpacks for Kids program at Curtis Elementary, organizing Cub Scouts to set up and clean up after the Curtis Elementary Spring Carnival, and volunteering at many Children's Hospital Foundation events. With each of these events, his main driving force is always the children. Next is Paul Daskowitz. Paul Daskowitz, affectionately known at Meadowbrook High School as Mr. D, has led the Interact Club for many years. Mr. D works hard to acknowledge and celebrate the diversity among the student population by leading the annual flag ceremony and organizing a school-wide potluck where students share food relating to their culture. Mr. D's connection with the Rotary Club ensures an annual scholarship to a senior who has demonstrated extraordinary service. Through his leadership, students are inspired to give back to the community, exhibit tolerance, and celebrate diversity. Thank you. And now it is my privilege, on behalf of the Youth Services Citizens Board, to introduce this year's recipient for the Outstanding Adult for his contributions to Chesterfield County's youth. Our winner is Brandon Bonner, and Brandon unfortunately is unable to be here this evening, but Miss DeTanya Bonner, his mom, is here to accept on his behalf. So would you please come forward? Now, although Brandon is not here, I do want to share with you why he is the winner this year that was selected. Brandon did not always make the best choices as a teen. The decision he made to complete barbering school paid off. He is now a successful barber and businessman. Mr. Bonner decided to give back to young people who are struggling by sharing his story with youth at the juvenile detention home. He speaks to them about his past and his plans for the future, hoping that they will avoid some of the mistakes that he ended up making along the way. Mr. Bonner also mentors the younger generation at his barbershop. He is willing to talk to anyone who needs a few words of encouragement. Mr. Bonner is a perfect example of someone who has benefited from mentorship and now is returning the favor. So we congratulate Mr. Bonner, and if you will receive his certificate, please. And if there are photos at this time, we'll take a moment for photos. Okay, thank you, and let's give all of our
Before we get started, we just wanted to invite Ms. Diane Smith up here to help welcome the nominees. Good evening. I am Kate Madera, and I am delighted to be participating in this very special segment of our celebrations of youth. At this time, Sarah Patton and I will announce the Outstanding Youth Award nominees. This is the highlight of our evening. The young people that we will introduce have given themselves tremendously for the benefit of our entire community. They are truly remarkable, and it is our pleasure to present them to you.
The youth nominees for the 33rd Annual Outstanding Youth Awards program serve the community without seeking thanks or recognition. They are being honored tonight for their courage, compassion, service, and/or leadership. Through their efforts, they enrich all of our lives. Ladies and gentlemen, we present this year's nominees for Chesterfield County Outstanding Youth Awards. Let's get started.
Eva Allen, a student at Matoaka High School, dedicated approximately 125 hours at the Chesterfield County Animal Shelter, assisting with medicating, bathing, exercising, and socializing animals. She exhibited a positive attitude and a strong work ethic and was an asset to the Animal Services Unit.
Kalia Armstrong, a student at Monacan High School, has overcome personal challenges by working